Hello everyone, this is Joe the Tarot Guy, and I'm doing a morning reading. What is my day going to be like, or what should I look forward to today? Personal reading, and we're using the 1JJ Swiss deck that I have from the 70s. And let's zoom in here a little bit and take a look. So this is a pre-barcode deck in case anybody is interested. There's no barcode on these. This is a very early deck. And copyright for this US writing is 74. So if you're interested in this, make sure you get the one that's pre-barcode. There's about three versions, Yeah, I think 3 or 4 versions that I have of this deck. A first series that's very thick, almost like chipboard. It's so thick. And then the rest of them are the little bit thinner paper, which is this one here, which is kind of thicker normal cardstock. And then there's a later series, barcodes, that are much thinner paper. So anyway, it's a beautiful deck, and this particular one is written in French. There is also the English series. So all right, so let's get into it. So what do I look forward to today? What's my day like? What's going on? So we have at the top the headship card. That would be our chariot. And chariot in my readings is independence. It's first of all movement, independence, self-reliance, strength, and that you are fighting 2 egos. There's 2 egos you need to control. This left and right horse in this series of tarot. Often you'll see lions or goats, 2 sphinxes, depends on which decks you have. But for this, we have the horses. And the horses are on the lower portion of the card. The zoomed out version is showing you that they are slightly pulling different directions. So the headship card for this reading is about getting things under control, staying focused, staying in control of differing directions. Now it sounds like we have some sirens going in the background, so I hope that's not too loud on your side. So let's go ahead and take a look at the timeline and lifeline. So this is a universal drawing that I have here, and we'll take a look at this. The top is the headship, and this is the timeline, lifeline, and this is the foundation. All right. So then we have the star and the sun are matched together sorry about that. The star and the sun are matched together with the Hermit card, and then we have the Pope and the Hangman that are matched together. So these are balanced. So this center card is kind of the balance vertically and the balance horizontally. So it's actually very impressive matching over here, that the star, which is Esther, she's pouring out the elixirs of life. She has 1 foot on land. In some in some readings there'll be both jugs being poured out, and there'll be 1 foot in the water and 1 on land. It's all essentially the same thing, and it depends on which card, which style of artwork is done, but the meaning is the same thing. So she is pouring out the elixirs of life. So there is that positive aspect to this card. It's a very positive card. And that's matched with the sun, which is giving life and is all about life. And you see there's some companionship at the bottom. There's enjoyment. There's vegetation growing out of this desert area where the couple are. So that's a great pairing. So that really is about energy and life coming together on that. So let's go to the far right side. We'll jump over the Hermit for the moment, and let's take a look at the Pope here. So in this series, we would call him Jupiter in English. So he represents the Pope, religion, structure, order, and basically submission in a kind of doctrinal way, which is interesting that he's matched with the Pindu, which is the traitor. So this man, this is very different than the New Age readings that we have today. So, and he's not the Odin card being hung upside down. Not necessarily. So this character in the French reading is that he's a traitor, and he's being hung because of he's a traitor. So there could be something in the religious order betraying your thinking. That could be the pairing of this. So for me, this is my reading. You see that the great eagle is down there, which is not an eagle. I forgot the name of the creature, but in English we call him an eagle. He's actually a different creature, but he's a very ancient bird of majesty and order, and he flies through the heavens. There's a whole symbology behind this particular Jupiter card, and that's being matched with being a traitor. So the interesting part about this is there's probably betrayal in the religious or doctrinal order of this pairing. So the Jupiter and the Pindu. So let's just say that there is controversy in structure on this one here. Now let's go to our main balance card here, the center card for vertical and horizontal, and this is perfect. This is the Hermit, and the Hermit has the light of life in the darkness. It's the still small voice inside. So on one side, the Hermit has light and life and energy and growth and going forth. On the other side, he has There's just like there's complication and lie and frustration, and is a broken structure. So the Hermit has his job cut out for him, trying to decide and trying to understand what's going on. Well, we need to come down to the base, to the foundation here. And then we have the Emperor and Justice. So these are two good cards. Now the Emperor is not a harsh magistrate of the heavens. He is the one that holds the whole thing together. This is his job, to hold this whole thing together. And it's great that he's actually part of, come on, focus. It's actually great that he's part of this reading as the foundation, because that's really where his structure is. So the weight is on him. And on Justice, the weight is on Justice. So that's pretty good. So if you're going to have a fantastic foundation of strength, I don't know that you can get a much better reading for this. So you have independence and strength and ego being brought under control. You have the still small voice inside speaking out to you, giving you direction. And you have the foundation of the Emperor and Justice. So that's pretty darn cool. What we have to look at in the whole package is, what does this mean for me? Come on, focus, man. What does this mean for me? In all, I'm seeing that this is probably one of my more fantastic readings for what's been going on the last few days. It really matches the last several days. I have some tremendous enlightenment and energy, and some new opportunities have come about. And then I've got this brokenness inside that I'm dealing with all this kind of harsh treatment and destruction going on that has happened kind of mentally and financially. So, and seeing that this is early in the holidays for Christmas season, it kind of makes a frustrating time. So there's definitely some broken religious order in that aspect. So that's it's good to see that that's being brought forth, and that the ego and self control and strength is brought forth. So I like this. I like this reading. There's nothing I see that's out of order in it, and it matches perfectly with my last I would say my last few days of really self introspection on what life is like, what's going on in life. That's just fantastic. So folks, I hope you have a great day. Thank you for sticking around. This is Joe the Tarot Guy, and may you be richly blessed.